What's up, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a fight breakdown for Arnold Barboza versus Teofimo Lopez. Really quick, if you like the videos, please take the time right now, this opportunity right now. Subscribe to the channel, it just takes one click. Also, if you could, please hit the thumbs up button. It shows love and it supports this channel. And to all of you who have been circulating the videos and telling friends, I appreciate it. Fighting Words is here to stay. So we're going to start this thing off with experience. Who's got more experience? Yes, Arnold Barboza does have more experience than Teofimo Lopez because he started earlier. And, well, he went pro earlier. But, you know, he's got more experience. He's got more fights. That is true. Professional fights. That is true. However, when you look at the caliber of individuals whom they both have faced, one name alone pretty much shuts down everything on Barboza's resume. And that's Vasily Lomachenko. Simple as that. The fact that Teofimo Lopez has that name on his resume and it was a real chess match in that fight says more than enough. So yes, you might have more experience, but when you fight a guy who's got like 400 fights and lost like 10 of them, your experience level goes way high. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to give experience to Teofimo Lopez. Listen, I'm sorry, you got Vasily Lomachenko. That is more than enough. Power. Teofimo Lopez, I feel like he has more pop in one punch. You know, Arnold Barboza, he beats you down. He's an aggressive guy. He's a pressure guy. He's going to beat you down. It's going to be volume. It's going to be just onward pressure from round one to the last round. While you look at Teofimo Lopez, he's a finesse guy. He's not big on volume. But what he's going to give you is a lot of creativity. He's going to hit you with a lot of shots you're not going to see coming. And they're going to be off-putting. One, because he's got some pop in his punches. He does not have as much pop in his punches as he once did when he was fighting at 135, you know, or 130. He doesn't, of course, he doesn't have any more pop or have as much pop as he once did. As he moves up, I've noticed the pop is not as prevalent. But I still feel one punch power. I feel like he's got more than Arnold Barboza. Let's see. Range. What's the best range? Well, Arnold Barboza wants to be up close and personal. Like I say, he's a volume guy. If he can get in close, he can work the body. He can pin you against the ropes. He can pin you in a corner. He would prefer to do something like that. He would not I'm not going to use the word ugly, like make an ugly fight. But he wants to make a very brutal fight. I guess I'll word it like that, because I don't want to use the word ugly, because if I say ugly, that's going to suggest that he's a cheater or he's using cheating tactics. And that's not what I want to relay. But he is more up close and personal. He would prefer to fight in a phone book. Not to say that he can't box, but he is a guy who is highly led and fueled by emotion. And the more emotion gets into it, well, then the more he's going to want to get closer. While you look at Teofimo Lopez, he is like I said earlier, a finesse guy. He likes to think. Teofimo likes space, because space and creativity go hand in hand. He needs time to think. But also, he's a guy who paces himself, because he is very sporadic, but he also is very spontaneous. And he also he'll just explode at any given time. He could be doing just enough, and then out of nowhere, he'll just explode with something. So when you look at both guys, clearly Teofimo Lopez wants to be on the outside, and I think anybody in their right mind who's training Arnold Barboza will say, no, we got to get you on the inside, and we have to keep you there round after round. I think the biggest thing for Arnold Barboza is getting to the inside. Now, I'm going to talk about mentality. I think I'm going to add a new category. I'm just thinking right now, you know, mentality. So when I look at the mentality of the two guys, Teofimo Lopez can be broken. Mentally, he can be broken. He has fights where he looks really great. He has fights when he doesn't look so great. And you can tell there's this dilemma within him. If he's on and he's 100%, meaning like 100% dialed in, not physically, you know, I didn't have any injuries during training camp, but if he's 100% dialed in, Teofimo Lopez is more than a handful for anybody in the division, period. But when I look at Arnold Barboza, he like I said, he gets mad. He does have a temperament in the ring, and he gets mad. But I feel like he's fueled by his anger. While you look at a Teofimo Lopez, if he has a doubting round or two, it doesn't dissipate. It doesn't go away. It only lingers. So the mentality of both guys, yeah, they're both emotional guys, obviously. But I feel like one only has one emotion, while the other could be having a great fight. And he's feeling great. And he's performing great. But if he's not having a great round here or a great round there or two consecutive great rounds, you're going to see a substantial difference in his mentality. You're going to see it in his performance. You're going to see him slow down. You're going to see him be more flat-footed. You're going to see him not move quite as much. You're going to see more predictable shots coming from Teofimo Lopez. And I think that's important. Let's see. Footwork. Who is better footwork? Teofimo Lopez or is it Arnold Barboza? By far, Teofimo Lopez has better footwork. Like, it's not even funny. He can dance circles around Barboza. And again, I think one of the tactical things for Arnold Barboza is, how do we get you in every single round and then you stay there? That's going to be the question. If Arnold Barboza can get in close round after round, and he can stay, he can hold position, or he can hold Teo in position to where he's not allowed to move around, or he could just cut off the ring. Like, and I mean truly cut off the ring. Well, then it's going to be a different fight, because you're taking away Teo's, not his biggest weapon, but his other big weapon, and that's his footwork and his ability to get out of danger. Defense. Who has better defense? Teofimo Lopez. I think he has better defense. I think he's slicker up top. I think he has faster footwork, and I think he has. I think he's very creative in there. I think he can set traps, and I think he can get out of things just because of his footwork. I think it doesn't matter, because he is slippery enough. Teofimo Lopez can definitely fight on the inside. He's slippery enough. With Barboza, is it smart? We'll know after the first round, and this is why. It all depends on who's physically stronger. If Barboza can physically contain Teofimo Lopez in position, well, then yeah, it's gonna make a big difference, because he's not gonna be able to get out of there. But if Teofimo Lopez can muscle his way out, I mean, he had difficulty muscling Vasily Lomachenko, who's not a big guy. Now, granted, Vasily Lomachenko has wrestled in the past, but still, he is not a big person. He's very small. So, he had difficulty muscling him. He couldn't muscle George Kambosos. So, I find it difficult to believe he's going to probably outmuscle Barboza. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see. Creativity. Teofimo Lopez. This Teofimo Lopez, I'm not going to discredit Barboza, but I think this is a mismatch. I think they want to fight where, Teo can look really good, and he looks great against really, 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 really aggressive guys. Arnold Barboza fits the bill. Really aggressive guys that throw a lot of punches. Arnold Barboza fits the bill. And they don't have one punch knockout power. Arnold Barboza fits the bill. I think this, obviously people are matched up for a reason. It's because we want to see this person elevate to fight either Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney. Shakur Stevenson, maybe. I don't know. But, either way, nobody put Arnold Barboza there expecting him to beat Teofimo Lopez. When I look at Teofimo Lopez, he's a special fighter. I'm not a fan of the stupidity that comes out of his mouth, or the comments that he likes to make about, a certain, skin tone of people. But if I'm just looking at his fighting ability, the dude is gifted. He's gifted. You can't take that from him. He's gifted. Let's see. Durability. I'm going to give it a tie. Both guys are pretty durable. So I got to give that one a tie. I don't think there's anything that kind of separates one guy from the other one. So I'll give it a tie. Cardio. Arnold Barboza. Arnold Barboza. He's got more cardio. He's got better cardio. He's a more consistent puncher. He's definitely a more consistent combination puncher. So all around, I think Teal, his gas tank, it does diminish. You know, when he's getting into those latter rounds, it diminishes. That's why he paces himself. And, you know, when you want to be like really spontaneous and explode from round to round, it takes a lot out of you. So, yeah, all that's exploding that you
Hey, show me something.
before. But now it's pretty much nonsense. It's not there. So, definitely Arnold Barboza. Dog. Who's got more dog in him? When it push comes to shove, who's got more dog in him? You know what? Both of them are warriors. And I've seen Teo, you know, he's been down, he's been cut. Honestly, I'm going to say, dog, it's a tie. It's a tie. Last but not least, danger, my favorite category. Who's more dangerous? Teofimo Lopez, because he's more creative. Teofimo Lopez, because he's faster. Teofimo Lopez, because he has one-punch knockout power. Teofimo Lopez, because Barboza, from round to round, will not know what he's doing or thinking. Teofimo Lopez, because he's very calculated. I just think all around, he's just a better fighter. I just think he's a better fighter. He has a good chin. He's a better fighter. He's a durable guy. He's a better fighter. You know, but the thing with Teofimo Lopez, now there is some opportunity for Arnold Barboza, and I said if he can cut off that ring, and if he doesn't, if let's just say he can't cut off the ring, if he's physically strong enough to out-muscle Teo, this is a different fight. In all, it's a completely different fight. If he can cut the ring off, or he's just physically stronger, different fight. Or he brings the volume level so high that Teo can't think. Now, if he can't think, it's going to be a different fight. It's totally going to be a different fight. So, yeah, there are some factors there, and there's some opportunity for Arnold Barboza, but he's going to have to work for that opportunity, and he's going to have to work for that opportunity round after round. Definitely. I think when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, really just do what you do best. Be the magician, be Merlin in there, and keep him guessing, keep him thinking, and frustrate him. Don't be there for him to hit or for him to throw the punches at. Don't fight toe-to-toe. I mean, the basics, honestly. I feel like Barboza is going to get more furious as the rounds go on. Not to mention he also already doesn't like Teofimo Lopez, so him not being able to do what he wants to do, now that he has the opportunity to do it, I think would only add fuel to the fire. Drop your thoughts down below.